Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there and welcome. Welcome, Gary.
Good to be here again.
We're always glad to have you.
Thank you.
We have a question today, an email question. Let's pull that up. Here we go. Gary, my mother-in-law was hit by a car while she was crossing the street. She was a pedestrian, not driving. What should she do?
Well, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Number two, I guess what lawyers look at is this: should she have been there? You know, we have crosswalks, so we use crosswalks. Too many times, though, we see people just crossing willy-nilly anywhere, you know, and that's scary to drivers, and it's dangerous. I mean, there's reasons we cross at crosswalks.
Yeah.
So you know, I see it a lot on Veterans, on 2nd Avenue. You tell me, I mean, it just happens. People are just crossing because it's convenient, and I understand that, but it's dark and you can get hurt, and then who do you blame? You know, so usually if you're not in a crosswalk, guess who's to blame? You've assumed the risk of what you're doing as a pedestrian. And the question then becomes, it's usually not something that's thrown out of court, but it'd be a jury question, and it would be, were they more negligent than the driver? So should the driver have seen them, or was the driver speeding? Or there are questions you can always raise about what the driver did, but if you're not in a crosswalk, did you cause this? Are you more than 50% at fault? If so, you're not going to recover. And in Alabama, the burden is 1%. If you, and it's not, I mean, that's just hard to fathom. If you get up out of bed in the morning, is that 1%? It might be, you know. That one's hard for me to appreciate, that you can be 1% contributorily negligent, that you contribute 1% to the problem, and you're barred from recovery. Georgia's much more liberal in its application of that. You still apportion damages, and we don't have time to get into all that, but there's lots of protections there. So are you in the crosswalk? I hope so. And if so, get your medical care, talk to a lawyer. There's things you need to do to protect your case and make sure you're treated right. It happens.
It does.
The question really is, should the other driver have known there was something going on? I had a case where a bunch of soldiers were in town on Macon Road at one point, and the guy was delivering something and knew that soldiers were always in that area, and he still drove too fast. Well, that's bad, you know? So anyway, the point is, keep on the lookout. Particularly this time of year, it's dark. Kids are still out running around, so let's watch out for each other.
Yep, absolutely. Pay attention to the crosswalks.
Pay attention.
And the little signals you get there too as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Gary. Send the questions in. We love to have them. We'll see you on the very next Legal Break.